Are you dealing with stress? Yeah. Stress has become the soundtrack of our lives. Phones constantly buzzing, our thoughts always racing, and, well, many sleepless nights. We've been told the answers are out there. We need a new product, a new program, another expensive quick fix. What if the secret to a stress-free life has been hiding in plain sight for thousands of years? This isn't about, well, escaping the chaos. It's about uncovering the quiet power already within you and unlocking the timeless wisdom you already possess. Stay with me, because in the next few minutes, you'll discover how to unlock a peace that nothing can take away from you. When was the last time you felt genuinely peaceful? Not just okay or fine, but that deep everything is going to work out kind of peace? If you're like most of us, you probably can't even remember. Because here's the problem, and I bet you feel this in your bones right now. Life has become a 24/7 stress machine. Your phone is basically an anxiety dispenser that never stops pinging. Your mind, it's running a marathon at 3 in the morning while you're trying to sleep. And that tightness in your chest, that constant feeling like you can't quite catch your breath. Yeah, that's not normal. But it's become your normal. We're drowning in a world that profits from our panic. Every app, every headline, every notification is designed to keep you hooked on high alert. And the worst part? Well, most of the solutions out there are just more noise. Another subscription, another course, another thing to feel guilty about not doing. But here's what changes everything. The solution isn't another app. It's not a $200 meditation cushion or a week-long retreat you can't afford. So, what is it? 2,500 years ago, ancient philosophers cracked the code on something we're killing ourselves trying to figure out today. They discovered that the deepest, most unshakable peace you'll ever experience is already inside you, right now, in this exact moment. Even with all the chaos swirling around you, in the next few minutes, I'm going to hand you the exact keys they use to unlock it. No BS, no fluff, just proven wisdom that's worked for thousands of years and will work for you starting today. Look, we need to get something straight first. If you're struggling with stress, anxiety, or just feeling overwhelmed by life, you're not weak. You're not broken. You're human. Every single one of us faces moments that absolutely wreck us. Maybe it's that brutal conversation with your boss. Maybe it's a relationship falling apart. Or maybe it's just the weight of trying to keep it all together when everything feels like it's falling apart. Our ancestors faced the exact same struggles. Different circumstances, sure. They weren't dealing with Instagram comparisons or work emails at midnight. But that feeling of being overwhelmed, well, that's as old as humanity itself. And that's exactly why the wisdom they left behind is so powerful. Because they found answers that actually work, not just for their time, but for ours too. All right, here's the first mind-blowing truth that changed everything for me. Nothing, and I mean nothing, lasts forever. Not your problems, not your pain, not even your happiness. Everything is constantly changing. I know, that might sound depressing at first, but stick with me. Because this is actually the most liberating thing you'll ever understand. Picture this. Someone's yelling at you, saying things that cut deep. At that moment, it feels like the world is ending, right? Your heart's racing. Maybe you want to cry or scream back. But here's what's actually happening. Those words, the second they leave that person's mouth, they're already disappearing. They're already becoming the past. The problem isn't the words themselves. It's that our minds are like the world's worst recording devices. We hit replay on those painful moments over and over again, giving these long dead words the power to hurt us again and again. This is what Buddha meant when he said, all conditioned things are impermanent. It's not some mystical riddle, it's just facts. Everything changes, everything passes. It's inevitable. The Bhagavad Gita puts it beautifully. The unreal has no being. The real never ceases to be. Those harsh words, they're already unreal, already gone, but your essence, your inner peace, that's the real deal, and it's always there. Even the Bible gets this. Ecclesiastes says, there's a time to weep and a time to laugh, a time to mourn and a time to dance. Life is seasons, not permanent states. And my personal favorite comes from Confucius, who basically said we learn wisdom 3 ways. By thinking about it, which is noble, by copying others, which is easy, and by going through hard stuff ourselves, which sucks, but teaches us the most. So when life feels unbearable, remember, this too shall pass. Not because some motivational poster says so, but because that's literally how reality works. Okay, so knowing everything changes is great, but how do you actually use that knowledge when you're freaking out? Well, this is where things get really practical and honestly, kind of magical. You have a superpower that you use about 20,000 times a day without even thinking about it. Yes, your breath. Think about it. When you're stressed, how do you breathe? Short, shallow, like you're barely getting enough air, right? Now, remember the last time you felt completely relaxed. Maybe it was right before falling asleep. Deep, slow, peaceful breaths. You see, your breath is like a remote control for your nervous system. And the crazy part, you can use it anytime, anywhere, for free. Here's how. When everything feels like it's spiraling, just stop. Take a deep breath in through your nose. And I mean, really fill your belly, not just your chest. Count to 4. Hold it for 4. Then let it out through your mouth for 6 counts. Almost as if you're blowing out birthday candles in slow motion. What you're doing is literally hacking your body's stress response. When you focus on counting breaths, your mind can't simultaneously spiral about that mean comment or that deadline. You're forcing it to do math instead of drama. But here's the thing, and this is crucial. You can't expect to be a breathing ninja in a crisis if you never practice when things are chill. It's like that ancient saying, if you sweat during times of peace, you'll bleed less during times of war. So, here's my challenge. 5 minutes every single day. Maybe while your coffee brews or right before bed. Just breathe and count. In for 4, hold for 4, out for 6. That's it. Do this for a week. And I promise, the next time life throws you a curveball, you'll have this incredible tool ready to go. Now, here's what I want you to really get from all this. Finding inner peace isn't about escaping to some monastery or pretending problems don't exist. It's about understanding 2 simple truths. Everything changes, and the solution is returning to your breath. These aren't just nice ideas from dusty old books. This is practical. Use it right now. Wisdom works. Whether you're stuck in traffic, dealing with difficult people, or lying awake at 3 in the morning with racing thoughts. And here's something beautiful. Every culture throughout history has understood this. The Bible says, do to others what you would have them do to you. Buddhism teaches, hurt not others in ways that you yourself would find hurtful. Confucius reminds us, what you do not want done to yourself, do not do to others. Why does every tradition say this? Because when you find peace within yourself, you naturally spread it to others. Your calm becomes contagious. Your peace creates ripples. So, If this resonates with you, if you're ready to stop letting life's chaos control your inner world, hit that like button. Subscribe for more ancient wisdom made practical for modern life. And honestly, share this with someone who needs it. We all know someone fighting battles we can't see. Your journey to inner peace doesn't just change you, it changes everyone around you. Thank you for spending this time with me. Remember, every breath is a chance to begin again. Until next time, may you find peace in this moment and every moment after. Take a deep breath. You've got this.